Jay fans and baseball fans all across North America and around the world. I don't know who the heck's watching, but either way, this is the final spring training video for the Toronto Blue Jays, and thank God. I'm tired of talking about games that mean nothing. And you know what's crazy? And I thought about it today. From today onwards, you won't have a day without Blue Jays content for a long time. The Blue Jays play 30 games in 31 days. Plus today you're getting this video. Tomorrow's a season preview. And then game 1 is on Friday. Blue Jays content will be daily now on the channel moving forward. And this season, I think we can all agree, is the most highly anticipated season in recent memory for the Toronto Blue Jays heading into the year. Obviously 2015, the hype wasn't really there until the trade deadline. 2016, you had a feeling they were going to be good, but there was really up and down. You didn't know what you were going to get. This year, there's legit expectations. Now, we'll get into all that stuff. We'll get into the roster and what it looks like and all that stuff in tomorrow's video, the season preview. And I know people are like, damn, that's what we want to talk about. I get that. And that's why this video is not going to be very long. This is for you guys to talk about the season, what you're excited for. Go nuts. You can even wait and do that tomorrow if you'd like. But I'm just here to talk about the past spring training games and some things that we saw, what we liked, what we didn't like. We'll talk about it all. First off, the Jays went 3-1-2 in spring training games this past week. 3 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. One was a rain-out tie, and the other one was a 6-6 draw against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's start on Thursday. Obviously, I talked to you guys last Wednesday. So Thursday's game against the Detroit Tigers on the 31st of March. The Jays won that game 5-3. George Springer went 2 for 3 with an RBI. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. went 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored, an RBI, had the home run, and he walked one. So he had a really good day at the office. And Matt Chapman went 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. So a great job for Matt Chapman, who's put a pretty good spring together. And Cavan Biggio, him and Santiago Espinal going back and forth so far in the spring. Both guys looking ready to kind of platoon that second base spot. And maybe, when a guy gets hot, you just run with them. We'll have to see how that all plays out, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Cavan Biggio went 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk in that game. Santiago Espinal went 1 for 1 with an RBI and a walk, so he did great. On the mound for the Blue Jays there was Alek Manoah, and he put a ridiculously good spring together. He went 4 innings, allowed 1 hit, struck out 3, no walks, no runs allowed. He did an incredible job, and the only guy to give up a clean inning of work in that ball game out of the bullpen was Adam Cimber, who's had a really good spring, looking to build on that come regular season time. All right, let's go to Friday's game where the Jays tied 6-6 against Pittsburgh Pirates. Nathan Lucas, this guy had a ridiculously good spring. He's in AAA now. He got sent back. He went 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Cato made the team. Greg Bird opted to say no, and then he signed with the Yankees like an absolute pain in the rear. Like, whatever, Greg Bird. Not for that nonsense. But Cato went 3 for 3 in that game with 2 runs scored, and Yusei Kikuchi got on the mound. After the last start, I believe it was against the Phillies, where he got full-on lit up. He was much better in that start. 3 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run, struck out 5, and walked only 1 guy. Clean innings from Adam Cimber and Tim Mayza. So Cimber able to go back-to-back days, both clean jobs, so a great job from them. And Tim Mayza really finding the form. Had a tough start to the spring, but has really found it as the spring went along. We go to Saturday, April 2nd, where the Jays tied 2-2, and that was in 6 innings against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So back-to-back games with ties. And in this game, George Springer went 2 for 3 with a run scored, and Matt Chapman went 1 for 2 with the home run that he hit to left field with a run scored and an RBI. And another big thing about that game, his defense. I mean, it is just beautiful to watch. Watching him turn double plays, the transfer when he gets the ball, the absolute seed to second base, turning it quick. It was gorgeous. Can you imagine him and Espinal turning twos? It's just going to be gorgeous. It's going to be fantastic. Great job from Matt Chapman in that game. And Jose Barrios, we've talked about it so far in the spring, really didn't look great. But in this start, struggled early, right? A couple runs in the first inning. I think he had 3 or 4 hits in the first inning, but really settled down. 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs allowed, 3 strikeouts, only walked 1 batter. So Jose Barrios was easily his best start in the spring, and that's where he wraps it up because he's getting the opening day start there on Friday. On Sunday, April 3rd, the Jays beat the Yankees. Spring training or not, it's always fun to see the Jays beat the Yankees. They won 7-5 in that game. George Springer went 1 for 4 with a home run, a run scored, and 2 RBIs, so he had a good day at the plate. Vladdy went 2 for 4 with a run scored. Teoscar Hernandez went 1 for 3, scored 2 runs, and walked once. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. went 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. And Raimel Tapia and Matt Chapman with identical lines, 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. So everybody making an impact, in Santiago Espinal 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk in that game. Lots of zeros coming out of the bullpen. You love to see it. David Phelps, Julian Merriweather, Trevor Richards, Tim Meza all had clean, full innings of work. And David Phelps did make the team. And it's pretty wild, this guy's tenure with the Blue Jays, right? Like back in the day, he got signed to that 1-year deal, got traded at the deadline for Hatch? Thomas Hatch, I believe? I can't remember. Then the Jays signed him back, and then he gets a season-ending injury last year, and then he gets brought back to the team, and he makes the team again. So it's been a wild ride for him. Julian Merriweather, it's all about health for him. He has the stuff. You got to find a way to stay healthy. Speaking of healthy, Nate Pearson, mono, he's going to be out a while. This guy just cannot catch a break. And Trevor Richards and Tim Meza, as I mentioned, really finding themselves as the spring's gone along. They did a good job in that game, and you won it 7-5. Monday against the Tigers, you lost 4-2. However, there were some good performances. You know, obviously, Santiago Espinal going 2 for 3 in the game. The guy has had a ridiculously good spring, hitting over 300 for the spring in total. And Kevin Gausman finally makes his first start. He's obviously done a lot of side stuff, and he's played a lot of minor league games, but really never had an opportunity at Major League camp. He did, and yeah, he gave up a couple big hits, but again, I thought he played really well. I think he did a really good job on the mound, other than a couple bloopers. I think he had 1 solo bomb. I can't remember exactly what happened in that game. 6 innings, only allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 3 Ks, and did not walk a batter. So if you're telling me over 6 innings, allowing only 2 runs and not walking a batter, that's an incredible start from Kevin Gausman. And Trent Thornton came out in relief, and it was a clean inning of work. I believe he made the team. So it's going to be interesting to see his role moving forward through this bullpen. And the final game of the spring happened on Tuesday, April 5th, where the Blue Jays won 2-1 against the Baltimore Orioles. George Springer went 1 for 1 in the game, and he finished the spring schedule, guys, hitting .476 with a .522 on base percentage and an .810 slugging. I mean, they couldn't get George out. Is it going to be another summer of George? We'll have to see, but he is buzzing so far in the spring. And you know another great thing? He's healthy. He's healthy going into game 1 of the season. That's the exciting part for Blue Jay fans. A lot of zeros out of the bullpen as well. But first, actually, Bo Bichette went 1 for 3 with an RBI in the game as well. Alek Manoah went 4 1/3, allowed 4 hits, 1 run. It was not an earned run. Struck out 4 and did not walk a guy. So we've talked about his last 2 outings. Alek Manoah in that game on March 31st against the Tigers went 4 innings, didn't walk a guy. And in that game against the Baltimore Orioles there yesterday, went 4 innings, didn't walk a batter. So he is dialed in. He's obviously going to hit guys because that's just what Alek Manoah does. But he's finding ways to make it happen. And I love what we're seeing from the big right-hander. I can't wait. Out of the bullpen, Julian Merriweather, a clean inning. Adam Simber with a clean inning. Ross Stripling with a clean inning. Yimi Garcia with a clean inning. And Jordan Romano with a clean inning of work, which is great stuff for the Blue Jays heading into the regular season. The bullpen feeling good, right? We talked about on the Sunday game. You had a lot of zeros from Phelps, Merriweather, Richards, Meza. Then in the Tuesday game, Merriweather, Simber, Stripling, Garcia, and Romano, all zeros. They're all feeling real good heading into game 1 of the season. But you know what, Jays fans? I'm going to say this. And it's gonna be a lot of fun saying it because I can't wait. Everything that I have talked about in this video, everything, and everything I've talked about in the last 3 Jays videos, it means nothing. Because starting on Friday, the regular season begins. And I know Jays fans are hyped. I know Blue Jay Center right now is hyped. I'm hyped. The channel's hyped. I can't wait. I believe I'm going to be at all 3 games this weekend. I think 2 times in the 500 level on Saturday and Sunday, and then Friday I'm going to be in the 100 level, I believe, on the first baseline. And yeah, if you see me at the ballpark and you're at the game, hey, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to say hi, because I am pleasant. 100%. Would love to say hi to y'all if you're down there, of course. But you know what, Jays fans? That is going to do it for this one. And finally, I can wrap up spring training. Smack the like button to appreciate that. Subscribe button if you guys have not done so already. Twitter link is, comment down below. Thoughts on spring training if you want to. I mean, if you want to talk about regular season, go right ahead because we want to talk about spring training. All in the comments below. Twitter link is down below, so follow up some media and all that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And the Blue Jays Center Instagram page is down below, so guys, be prepared for tons of content on there. Go check it out, Blue Jays Center on Instagram. And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're back in action tomorrow in Dallas, 8:30 puck drop. As for the Toronto Raptors, they're welcoming in the Philadelphia 76ers, but no Martins Thybulle because he's an anti-vaxxer. And they're in action there at, I think, 7:30, I believe, on home court against the Philadelphia 76ers. And as for the Toronto Blue Jays, I will talk to you tomorrow in the season preview as baseball begins. But I will talk to you for sure. Game 1 on Friday. It'll be obviously when I get home from the game. Jays-Rangers, Game 1 of 162. Can't wait to get it started for y'all. Here we go. We're going to start tomorrow, though, in the season preview. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And not spring training because we're over and done with that. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.